Every morning at exactly 7 o'clock, an old man named Daniel walked slowly to the same bus stop. He wore the same brown coat, carried a small black bag, and sat on the same wooden bench. Rain or sunshine, Daniel was always there. People in the neighborhood had started noticing him. Some thought he was waiting for a bus. Others thought he was simply lonely. But nobody knew the real reason. One cold morning, a young woman named Emma sat beside him. She noticed that Daniel kept looking down the road. "Are you waiting for someone?" she asked gently. Daniel smiled. "Yes." "Who?" He looked at the empty road and whispered. "My daughter." Emma smiled politely. "Does she live nearby?" Daniel's eyes became watery. "She used to." Emma didn't know what to say. Daniel opened his little black bag and pulled out a tiny pink scarf. "I bought this for her 20 years ago," he said. Emma looked at the scarf. "You've been waiting for 20 years. Daniel nodded. "She promised me she would come back." Emma felt a pain in her heart. "Why did she leave?" Daniel looked down. "Because I made the biggest mistake of my life." That sentence stayed in Emma's mind. The next morning, she returned. Daniel was there again. And the next morning too. Soon, Emma began visiting him every day. Little by little, Daniel told her the truth. 20 years earlier, his daughter Lily had wanted to marry a poor young man. Daniel had refused. He was afraid she would suffer. He said terrible things to her. He told her to leave if she wanted to throw her life away. That night, Lily left home. She never came back. Daniel spent years searching for her. But he couldn't find her. Then, one day, he received a letter. It contained only one sentence. "Dad, when you are ready to forgive yourself, come to the old bus stop." Daniel had been coming every day ever since. Emma couldn't hold back her tears. "Maybe she doesn't want to come," Emma whispered. Daniel smiled sadly. "Maybe. Then why do you still wait?" Daniel looked at her. "Because I'm her father." One evening, Emma asked Daniel for the letter. He handed it to her. The handwriting looked strangely familiar. Emma's hands began to shake. She looked at Daniel. "Where did you get this?" "From Lily." Emma's eyes filled with tears. Then she whispered, "My name isn't Emma." Daniel froze. "My real name is Lily." The old man's face turned completely pale. For a few seconds, neither of them moved. Then Daniel stood up with trembling hands. "Lily." She nodded. "I came back." Daniel dropped his bag and pulled his daughter into his arms. He cried like a little child. "I waited for you." Lily cried against his shoulder. "I know, Dad. I was wrong. I know. I should have listened to you. I know." Daniel held her tighter. "I thought you hated me." Lily whispered. "I never hated you." She pulled away and looked into his eyes. "I just wanted to know if my father still loved me." Daniel kissed her forehead. "I loved you every single day." The next morning, something was different at the bus stop. Daniel wasn't sitting alone anymore. He was sitting beside Lily. And for the first time in 20 years, he wasn't waiting for someone. He had finally found her. Sometimes people don't leave because they stop loving us. Sometimes they leave because they're waiting for us to realize how much we love them. If someone you love is still waiting for your call, your message, or your forgiveness, don't wait too long, because some doors only stay open for a little while. And sometimes, the greatest miracle isn't finding someone who was lost, it's finding the courage to say, "I'm sorry. Come home."